Hey everybody, welcome to Face the Music. Look, if you're not a subscriber to the channel yet, do me a quick favor, would you? Reach on over and hit that subscribe button and join this big family. Let's keep all this great music alive together. This channel has been growing exponentially by leaps and bounds over the past few weeks and months, and let's just keep that trend going, okay? Also, while you're there, set up your notifications so whenever I drop a new episode, you'll be among the first to find out about it, okay? So today, I am super excited about this episode because in the almost year and a half that I've actually been doing this channel, I think this is the first episode that I'm actually featuring the Beatles. Now, I don't know why it's taken me so long. I featured a few episodes featuring Elvis. I had, I think, at least one episode featuring the Rolling Stones. You know, and we talk about, like, you know, Elvis and the Beatles and the Stones. They always seem to kind of get grouped together in, like, some of the forefront artists of the rock and roll genre. You know, rock and roll music. Be that as it may, like I said, I featured Elvis. I've had the Rolling Stones on here. Haven't had the Beatles. I don't know why, what the delay is. It isn't that I'm trying to avoid them. I think actually, it just seemed like other things, other artists and other songs kept popping up, and so I would do those. Then I just really wouldn't get back to the Beatles. So my fault on that. But today, in honor of this episode, I've actually got my album, the White Album, my copy of the White Album by the Beatles. This is actually the White Album. And of course, I've also got Let It Be, great album by the Beatles as well. And so the one thing, and I think I might actually have Abbey Road, actually. I'm not sure. I'd have to go do my record collection and take a look at it. And speaking of Abbey Road, I actually went to London a few times. I lived in Germany for a while, and I remember going to London. I remember one of the places that we went on our tour was Abbey Road. If you've ever been there, you know exactly how the place is fixed up. Maybe one of these days I'll get into the story about, doing the crosswalk thing and how the crosswalk's set up. You can actually get on a live camera feed of the Abbey Road crosswalk. You can see it's kind of a dangerous place because if you're just a tourist, you tend to get in the crosswalk to do a little pose, and the locals are not big fans of that. They want to just run you over if you're not getting out of the way fast enough. But anyways, that's a story for another time. But I do remember my wife and I were there, and I remember we walked when the tour group was kind of doing some its own thing, doing the crosswalk thing, or wandering around in that local area. My wife and I we kind of snuck down the sidewalk, and actually the door to Abbey Road Studios, which is right there, obviously, Abbey Road, the door was open. We kind of walked up the stairs, and I think there was a couple of stairs or something. We walked into the building. I took maybe a couple steps inside. I was like, I feel like I'm on hollow ground, and I think a security guard's going to probably come and punch my lights out for being inside here, and I know I'm not supposed to really be here. But it was just an honor to actually do that and to know all the great history and all the great artists that have ever recorded there, especially the Beatles. Okay, so today, great footage. I think I haven't actually seen this footage, but I'm pretty sure it's great because it's going to feature the Beatles. How can it not be great? But it's a great song for sure. I'm familiar with this song. I'm sure you guys are as well. I saw her standing there. I know that Teen Idol Tiffany actually covered this song in the mid-90s, I'm not sure, or the mid-80s, not exactly sure what year. I saw him standing there. She changed the title at that point. It was a pretty good cover, but this is the original. Fantastic. Again, footage, I haven't seen it yet, but again, if it's going to feature Paul and the other guys, I'm sure it will. It's going to be fantastic, and I really love the part, and I hope he does it here, where Paul has a little screaming session, when they get into the instrumental part of it. Anyways, no more talking. Let's just go ahead and jump right into it. I am super stoked for this one. Here is a live performance of the Beatles, and I Saw Her Standing There.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Here we go.
She was just 17, you know what I mean, and the way she looked was way beyond compare. How could I dance with another? Oh, since I saw her standing there. Hey!
Man, this is so good.
Well, she looked at me, and I could see that before too long I'd fall in love with her. She wouldn't dance with another. Oh, since I saw her standing there.
This is just such a happy, feel-good song.
Well, my heart went boom when I crossed that room, and I held her hand in mine. Well, we danced that night. Yeah, we held each other tight, and before too long, I fell in love with her.
Mm-hmm. Love it. Paul, Ringo, George, and John. Never be another group like it. True pioneers right there.
Well, we danced through the night, yeah, and we held each other tight. And before too long, I fell in love with her. Now I'll never dance with another. Oh, since I saw her standing there. Well, since I saw her standing there.
And there you have it, the Beatles live, and I saw her standing there. I tell you, like I said, I hadn't seen that footage before, so I didn't know what to expect. It seemed like, at the end there, especially, there was a lot of there's some other bands or groups that were coming up. This must have been on a TV show or something, where maybe they were going to be there's other artists that are going to be coming out there. They were going to perform, and other groups are going to come up after them. I don't know why these guys were coming up right in the middle of their song. But, maybe they just didn't, no one would, see them in the background. I don't know. But apparently they didn't realize that they were actually distracting from one of the greatest rock bands in history. I'm sure they didn't know it at that time, but I'd say that's exactly where it's, what happened. The Beatles just exploded after that, I'm sure, and even at that point, they were probably pretty popular. I don't know exactly when that footage was filmed, but, you could just tell from the audience reaction, especially all those girls, loving Paul, loving George, loving John, loving Ringo, loving those guys, as I said in that episode, in that footage, true pioneers, and never be another band like the Beatles with all their history and all the music and all those great songs. Never be another one, never be another band like them. Like I said, and that's one of my favorite Beatles songs. I'm sure I'm going to be doing some more Beatles going forward down the road. I don't want to wait as long until the next one comes up. So I'm going to have to definitely make sure that I include the Beatles here in future episodes, but a lot sooner in the not too distant future for sure. I really enjoyed that. Man, it was a great performance. I hope that you enjoyed it as well. Okay, so that's it for today. As I said at the outset, do me a favor, if you would, help me grow this channel. Reach over and hit that subscribe button. Also hit like and share it. If you like the channel, if you like the performance, if you like the video, I should say, the episode, enough to share it, go ahead and feel free to do that. I would really greatly appreciate it. Also, check down below. I've got a hashtag. You hit that link, Face the Music Reactions. It'll redirect you to another page. I've got all my previous content in there. I'm sure you'll find some other great artists, some other great songs, some other great music in there that you'll enjoy as well. I'll see you next time right here on Face the Music. Take care.